Hey, let's get into it. I'm old enough to remember a time before GPS when we had paper maps, the atlas books, and you'd have to unfold the map and figure out where you were. And there were times you were driving somewhere, especially somewhere unfamiliar. The map maybe even sometimes didn't feel helpful in the moment. It felt like this can't be the right road, but you knew based on the map that was where you were supposed to be. Um, you might be going a way that you didn't expect, but you had to look it down and reconfirm, like, no, I'm still what the map says to be doing. The whole point of the map was that it could see more than we could see, right? We were limited to simply the streets in front of us, the road in front of us. We couldn't see the larger picture. Um, our view was limited. The map showed the whole picture, and that's hard for us in our lives because most of us would rather trust what we can see, what we can understand, and what feels right to us in the moment. We close our study here in Proverbs with maybe the most famous and in some ways helpful proverb that sums up all of it in Proverbs 3, 5 to 7. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord, and turn away from evil. It's one of the clearest pictures of humility in the whole Bible. It begins with trust the Lord with all your heart, not casually, not only when it's convenient, um, but with all of your heart. Means we bring our whole life under his wisdom. Our decisions, relationships, plans, our fears, failures, future, all of it. We bring all of it to him. And Proverbs says, do not lean on our understanding. It doesn't mean that we stop thinking. Wisdom doesn't tell us to turn our brain off. Proverbs is full of calls to seek wisdom and gain understanding and think carefully, but it does mean that our understanding is not strong enough to hold the full weight of our lives and our direction, that our perspective is limited. We can only see the street directly in front of us. We don't see everything. We don't know the future. We don't always understand what God is doing. And so humility says, Lord, I need your wisdom more than I trust my instincts. And then in verse 6, in all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your paths straight. To acknowledge the Lord is to recognize him kind of in every area of your life, not just Sundays, not just in prayer, not just obvious spiritual things, in all of your ways, and everything about your work and family and money and habits. The promise is that he will make all of our paths straight. Doesn't mean your life will always be easy. It means that God knows how to lead his people in the way of wisdom, even when life, the road, seems really confusing. And then 7 says, don't be wise in your own eyes. And it's kind of the heart of humility. Pride says, I know what I'm doing. Humility says, Lord, would you teach me? Pride says, hey, this way feels right. And humility says, no, your way is better. So where are you leaning too heavily on your own understanding, the worldly path in front of you, things that make sense logically versus, you know, where do you see God leading? Where have you already decided what is best without even asking God for wisdom? Where are you resisting because your instinct feels maybe more comfortable? Like a driver trusting a map that sees more of the road, wisdom learns to trust the Lord beyond what we can see. So don't be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord. Turn away from evil and trust that his way is better than your best guess. For now we see dimly. Now we get a glimpse of life and truth and love and goodness. We need to surrender that plan, that path, all of it, in humility to God and trust that his way is better and leads to life. That, I believe, is the essence of godly wisdom. Wherever you find yourself, God goes with you today.